Hi guys! I haven't made a video in a really long time, and I do have a reason for that, a valid reason actually, which I will explain well, that's kind of what this whole video is for. Just an update on my life and what I've been doing in my absence, because I've been gone for a long time. Trust me, I didn't want to be gone. Also, another thing before I get into the video is I'm real sorry about the fact that I'm like filming this on my webcam, but my camera right now, like I have 3 cameras, but the camera that I always use is being borrowed right now by a family friend, whatever. And I could use one of my other cameras, but I only have one memory card, and the memory card is with the camera that's being borrowed. So, for now, this is kind of what I'm forced to deal with, is this lovely webcam. I just wanted to make a video to explain why I've been absent, and yeah. So, these past couple months have been, like, really, just things happening one after the other, and it's just been stressful. First of all, I moved out of my dad's. Because if you didn't know, I was living with my dad. My parents aren't together, so it was just me and my dad. I have a brother, but my brother's 22, so like he has his own place and whatever. Like it was really nice and stuff, but you know, I'm 19 years old, and it's just time to get my own place. So I did, and this is where I am currently, is my own apartment. You can't really see anything, I know, because I'm in a corner, because I just wanted the best lighting, and this is like, and the best background, and this is all I could find, really. At some point, when I have my camera back, I can do like an apartment tour or whatever, plus the apartment's like not clean right now, and I have to do that after I finish filming. At some point, I will film like an apartment tour if you want, because I do plan on continuing to make videos. Like the absence was through no fault of my own, really, like just situations that I couldn't really control. And but now I have internet finally, because like when we first moved in, well, I'll get into that, but I have internet now, so I can finally upload videos again and be active again. Basically, the story of like everything, my like life these past couple months, is that me and my boyfriend Merle have just have moved into this apartment together. We've been living here for like almost 2 months now, I'd say. The reason why he is living with me, like, we've only been dating for like, well, almost 6 months, which in my opinion isn't very long, and generally I would have liked to wait to move in before, you know, whatever. But things have been going really good, and like whatever, like that's actually really better than I thought it would be, so that's good. But it's just because he was like homeless. He wasn't homeless when I met him though. He was homeless for a little while because he got kicked out of his aunt's, and both his parents live in different cities, so he just didn't really have anywhere else to go, because my dad didn't want to let him stay with us. So it was just more like, it was kind of necessary, like, for him to move in with me. Plus it helps. Yeah. We found this place, and we had to find a place in a rush, right? Like, obviously it had to be a rush, because it was the end of the month, like there was a week until the month ended, and my dad said that I had until the end of the month to get out, because I refused to pay the rent anymore, because he was still treating me like a child. Whatever, like we're past that. But and the fact that like Merle got kicked out and was homeless, it was just a real big rush to like find a place. I posted an ad on Kijiji and whatever, like, and someone got a hold of me almost right away saying that he had a 2-bedroom for like $700 a month, everything included, you know, like heat, electricity, water, whatever, and internet and cable is what he said was all included, and you know what I mean, and that we could view it that night. So we went and viewed it, and we were like, yeah, that sounds really good. So we like moved in that night. Basically, long story short, it was a huge scam, and he had been scamming a few people before we came along. Basically, he would like make them trust him, give this real good deal. They'd give him like the damage deposit and the rent, and then he'd just take it, and then he'd like come up with a story like, because he was like subletting, but he made it seem like it was totally okay with the like landlord, which it actually was, but like he would just take the money, not give the money to the landlord, keep it for himself, tell the landlord like, they're refusing to, like, they still haven't paid me. They keep telling me, like, talk shit about the people so that they'd get, like, kicked out, and then he'd make money out of it. Tried doing that with us, but I was like, hell no. And I was like, give me the landlord's number. So he did. And we got a hold of the landlord and explained what happened, that we did give him money, that if he didn't give the landlord money, then it was because he kept it, but that we had given him money, and if he wants, we can give him money again. So we signed, like, the landlord was like, oh, that really sucks, and was really, like, understanding of our situation, and signed a lease, and even gave us the first month half off, and, like, was real nice about, like, you don't have to pay me all the money right away, just whatever you can for now, because he understood that, like, we had just given all our money to, like, this guy, and then this guy, he obviously took it. That's been going on. But finally now, like, we're pretty much all set. But I lost my job. This whole other story that I just don't feel like, it's in the past now. It's lost. I'm unemployed currently, and I am obviously attempting to find a job because I need one. Thank God my boyfriend has a full-time job, so, like, we're not completely stuck, but that was, like, a second income, that we now have lost. So it's been a little bit rough for just everything going on, and yeah, so I'm like, that's that. We haven't had internet. Like, it's just internet and YouTube and, everything. As much as I love making videos and I love my YouTube, like, community and stuff, it hasn't necessarily been my first priority because, like, life has been happening. But now we're pretty much all settled. I mean, other than the fact that I'm unemployed, things are, like, fine, really. And I'm not worried because I've never been, well, I used to, but now I try to live life, worry-free. And it's just like, yeah, it sucks, but there's nothing you can do about it. Just keep looking for a job and, live and be positive, and something good will happen. It's the secret, the law of attraction. It's like, yeah, something negative happened, but you can't let that make your positivity, like, change to negativity. You have to keep thinking positive and, like, keep smiling and just keep, like, yeah, living and stuff. Honestly, me losing my job was a blessing in disguise because I had been miserable at my job. Like, my boss hated me for some reason. I mean, it's a really touchy subject because it has to do with, like, religion and stuff, like, just her. I have nothing against anyone who has any sort of religious beliefs. I'm not completely not religious. I mean, I don't follow, like, a certain specific religion, but I do consider myself, like, agnostic, and I'm a spiritual person, and I do believe in, like, spirits and a higher power, whatever that higher power may be. Like, I do believe in that. I just don't necessarily believe in, like, religion per se, like, with its different rules and stuff. But, I don't judge, and I respect other people's beliefs all the time. But, my boss was a preacher's wife. Not preacher. There's, like, a specific word for what he was. It wasn't a priest, obviously, because he was married. But he was, like, whatever, like, a church guy. And she was his wife, and so she was Christian as well. And, okay, you're not allowed on the table. Okay, so, pause. This is my new kitten, Miss Jazzy. And she doesn't like being picked up, as you can see. She's a little rascal, but yeah, we just got her for my cat. Anyways, unpause. Yeah, so like she was Christian, and like I said, I always respect other people's beliefs. I don't even really like bringing religion up at all, because it's usually kind of a touchy subject, but it's just not something that like I necessarily want to talk about, because I'm like, well, I don't know. It's like, it's your beliefs. I don't need you to justify your beliefs to me, you know? If that's what you believe, then I totally am fine with that. But it should work the other way around. And with her, it really did not. And she was mean. Honestly, she was a bitch. A huge bitch. And she basically would only hire like people from her church, and then she would love the people from her church, and she would treat them like they were gods. And then all her other staff who weren't religious, she would treat like shit, and she would pick on them, and she would just be mean to them, like, and I was miserable there. And a couple times I was like, I'm gonna quit, I'm gonna find another job. And I applied at other places, and I even had interviews, and I even like got a job somewhere else, but it was only a part-time job, so I didn't take it, because I was like, I can't really afford just only having a part-time job, like, but I would have had the job if I would have decided to take it. But I just like, I don't know, something about anxiety, or just, it's really hard to get out of a rut that you're stuck in. You tell yourself you're going to do something, and then due to like whatever it may be, you just don't. And that's what was happening. So like, her terminating me was really a blessing in disguise, because even though I'm unemployed and broke, I am happier than I've been in like a year, just because like she was horrible to me. And so it's really not a big deal. Moving on, I have passed my 2-year dreadlock anniversary, which is really kind of sad that it had to happen while I had no internet and was going through all this shit and couldn't like share it with you guys. But I've passed my 2-year anniversary. These babies are 2 years old now. I'll go ahead and take them down. Give you guys a little update on my hair. Originally, when I had first gotten my dreads, which is really funny, I had only planned to have them, like my goal time frame for having them was like 2 years. And now that I've passed my 2-year mark, I could never picture myself without them. So obviously I'm not getting rid of them. Now my new goal is either, whichever comes first, either 5 years or until they reach my like hips, which that's my goal length, is my hips. But knowing me, I'm probably gonna like reach both of those goals and be like, I still can't picture myself without them. I'm probably gonna have these babies forever. They've grown in length like considerably. And yes, I do have extensions for all of you that ask on like a daily basis. I have extensions. I think I have an FAQ that I put up. I know I meant to put one up, but if it's not there, then I guess I have to do that. But if it is there, I have an FAQ, so check that out before you like want to ask questions, just because, yeah, it's easier for me. I do have extensions. However, I'm in the process of removing my extensions, but I don't want to do it all at once, because I don't feel that like all of my dreads are long enough for my liking to remove the extensions. So really, I just wait until one is either like loose or it just falls out. And if I feel like that dread is long enough, I just won't bother putting the extension back in. If I feel like it's too short, then I just put it back in because I'm like, I don't want them to look all like mismatchy. I mean, of my dreads, the extensions have like really built themselves into them, and the only way to get them out would probably be to cut it out. Like this dread, for example. You can't really tell where the extension, I mean, maybe it's right there, but I don't think it is. I think that's part of my hair. Pretty sure the extension is probably about here, but I'm not really sure because it's just so attached. So I'm probably leaving that one in until like whatever. Like that one you can tell like that's the extension. But like I said, my dreads have grown like because I have some that already don't have extensions, which I can yeah, okay. Lost it. I have some that don't have extensions on them anymore, and they're like a decent length, which is really cool because if you go back to my old videos when my dreads were only like 6 months, they never I only put extensions in my dreads when they were about 6 months or whatever. So like before that, they had like shrunk so much that like they were like this short. Like I had just little nubs on my head. So this one, for example, it doesn't have an extension on it. This is just all my natural hair. Went like a year and 6 months ago. This was like this short. So it's grown like this much. Which doesn't seem like a really big deal. Like, it doesn't seem like that much, but dreads kind of grow slower than, like, just loose hair does because of the fact that, like, as it's growing, it's also dreading itself at the roots. So it's growing and then it's, like, shrinking a little bit. And then it's growing and then it's, like, shrinking a little bit. So it takes, like, a while for dreads to, like, appear longer. Oh, this one's fun. This one is, like, my teensy little Congo. As you can see, it's very funny. It was due to like this little piece was just like loose hair in the back of my ear that just kind of decided it wanted to attach itself to this dread. This one as well doesn't have an extension on it. So, and that's like that long now, which is like, this is the length that my hair was when I first started my dreads. And then like my longest dreads, which like have extensions obviously, now go to like, this is my longest one and it goes to like my nipple, like the middle of my boob, which if I put it in my back, it goes to like my bra, past my bra actually. Okay, so this video is getting kind of long, so I'm probably going to end it now. That was like just a little update on what's been happening in my life, why I've been absent. Like, obviously I felt like I owed you guys an explanation. I'm not just going to disappear. I will continue to make videos. For now, they're probably going to have to be on my laptop because of the fact that, yeah, I already explained, like, my camera situation and stuff. So that's that. But I will continue to make videos. I really do want to to film in an apartment tour or whatever, but I don't want to do that until I have my camera because it's really awkward lugging, like, a laptop around. It will be coming, but, like, probably not anytime soon. But whatever videos you guys want to see, just let me know in the comments, and I'll do my best to, like, answer any questions, film whatever video that it seems possible to me to film, like, and yeah. Thanks for watching, guys, and again, sorry about my absence, and sorry about the quality of the video, but thank you for sticking around, all of you that have, and I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.